Hi, this is a disclaimer. This is Editor Lee here. Please do beware. There are some triggers like grooming and acts of grooming, pedophilia, and also the word nude. So just so you be clear, if you don't feel comfortable with listening to this episode, then you should skip, and wait till the next episode comes out. So you don't feel so icky about it. But thank you. If you guys are still there, if the strong ones are still there, good job. Good job. So proud of you. I love you all. But have a nice day and enjoy the episode. You guys know what this is really about. From all the news, from Twitter, from real life people who have been experiencing this drama from the get-go when they were minors. It was everywhere. We all knew this was going to happen. Colleen knew this was going to happen. I should backtrack. I should go back. The person that I'm talking about, after watching a lot of videos on her, just popped out of nowhere with a lot of videos and a lot of news. And it's like, time to talk about it. Time for me to tell you what is going on and to, expose her. Well, not expose her, but to see my side, to hear my point, and explain to you where I stand on Colleen Ballinger. I'm an old Colleen fan. Hey guys, it's Aaliyah, and yeah, you know what this is about to be. So, let's first start in the beginning. Let's backtrack and, let's talk about Colleen. So, Colleen, first of all, I hate you. I don't like you anymore. I didn't like you at all. I don't like you. I just don't like you. You're a horrible person, and you deserve all the hate that's coming for you right now. Because of the proof. Because of what they said about you. What they said. Now, how do I know about this drama? Well, I'm going to be really honest. I never knew about this drama. I only started calling except when people kept calling Gloomling. I actually don't even know how I even got into this drama, how I am so careful in it. I think it was from Twitter or YouTube or any website. I don't remember. I don't care because that's not what this episode's about. Gloomling needs to be stopped. And the whole YouTube video about it, I put that in the description of this episode. It won't let you copy. It won't let you copy and paste. Or press the link. You have to bubble it and just put it in your browser. But watch that video. In fact, watch any video about Colleen, because you probably don't know what I'm talking about. Let's sum it up. A minor Colleen. He stoops that low to groom a minor. Doing all these stupid stunts with a minor. Not even in a sexual way, because grooming doesn't have to be sexual. Grooming does not have to be sexual in any other way. Grooming could be you being manipulated by an adult. But you being manipulated by an adult and sent to physical activity without your permission. It can manipulate you from your family, emotionally, physically, mentally. That's what grooming is. It doesn't have to be in this place where it's sexual. I'm sorry if that makes you guys confused. I'm sorry if it makes Colleen confused. Now, before I get into her apology, I'm quoting because this is a podcast, you can't really see my face. An apology. Let me backtrack. Let me bring you to the time when Adam McIntyre. I would bring him on this podcast, but I don't know if he'll listen to me. I don't know if you actually go on there and ask, hey, can I be in the podcast? Because I don't have a lot of confidence. I haven't been on this podcast for a long time. But that's not the point. Long ago, Adam McIntyre was a minor. Colleen was in her 30s. And this is all from his video. I might be getting parts wrong, so please don't criticize me on this. And they were chatting in the group. She was chatting with Joey. I think it was his name, Joey, Corey. It was Corey, actually. Corey, in the whole video. In Corey's video. No. And, Corey and Colleen's group chat. With, guess what? Minors. How cute. And with minors. A grown-ass woman. Having chit-chats and group chats with minors. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Boop. Boop. Let that sink in. I repeat, let that sink in. Boop. Did it sink in? Yeah, it's sunk in. For me, it's sunk in a lot. It has sunk in to the point that it's the Titanic. That's where Titanic is. Is that sunk. It sank that low. At first, I didn't want to believe it. She was a sweet person. I didn't find her interesting at all with her videos. Especially with Miranda Singh. She was too much burping for me. Too much burping. I recorded her mouth. And now that I'm watching videos of people coming on her. Yeah. Unsubscribe. Because I was subscribed to her videos because of her pregnancy. No, I wasn't her fan. I was only there for the 3 kids that popped out of her. Because those kids are adorable. I have a thing for pregnancy vlogs. I don't know if that's baby fever, but I had a thing for pregnancy vlogs a long time before Colleen came into the picture. But again, that's not the point. Let's get back on track here. Okay? Okay. Alright, let's huh? Where was I? Oh yeah, group chat with minors. Why, Colleen? Why? Why would you be in the group chat with minors? Why would you do that? And people say, I didn't do that. Yes, you did. The proofs are there. That's tangent. That's the thing with people who do certain crimes. The crimes are there. Everything is right there on the table in front of you. And you're saying that you didn't do it? That's like saying a murderer. That's like saying a killer or a serial killer would. That's like saying, telling an actual serial killer saying, I didn't kill those people. When there was literally videotaped proof that he murdered those 3 people. It's literally like that, but a different situation. A less complicated situation, because murders are a big deal in the first place. But so is grooming. They can be in the same category. Grooming might be a little bit low. Actually, no. Same category. They're right next to each other. They can maybe happen at once. Now, I'm even scared guys, but that could happen at once. But why were you in a group chat with minors, asking them what position in bed they do? They're minors. Some of them probably didn't even have their periods yet because they're minors. Now, they're probably preteens, probably did have their, well, the girls probably did have their monthly. But, and there's that. Why do you ask about how their period blood looks like? They're not their mom. They're not their caretaker. They're not the person that feeds them every day. You're not their parent. You're a celebrity who always set their boundaries. When it comes to talking to fans, you always set your boundaries. And this performer/celebrity relationship with a minor shouldn't be happening in the first place. Like every person that spoke about this, and I'm about to point out about co-relationships with parents and fans, I love you guys. I love my YouTube, I love my Twitter, I love my Instagram. I love you guys to pieces. Moods, watch this podcast. I love you guys. But I'm not going to be like, hey, talk to me. Go ahead, talk to me, message me. Message me. I'm not going to be talking to my fans in a sexual way. Yeah, we could chat, but not for a long time. Especially if you're younger than me, not for a long time. Or older, not for a long time. If you're like the same age range as me, 17, 18, 19, like maybe 17 and 18 or 16, yeah, we can have a little conversation, but don't expect me to be your friend. Unless we're mutuals and you respect my boundaries. That's when we can really talk deeply personal about things, but not too personal to the point where I'm not to the point where I tell things I wouldn't even tell my mom about. Not that personal, you know? There has to be some limit. There has to be where the water is stillborn. There has to be a point where the water is like deep. There has to be a point where I can say, hey, this isn't right. I'm gonna walk out the situation. But these minors, these victims, and McIntyre, they couldn't do that because Colleen got so close. They were best friends, and I blame Colleen for this. No victims. There is no victims. No victim blaming here, because victims, they're not the problem. It's the perpetrator who did it to the victims. That's the problem. Talking to minors. Who does that? If you want to talk to people, there's this thing called public posting. You can post, you're a celebrity. You can post things online and say, hey, interact with me. What's your favorite food? If you even what's your favorite color? What's your favorite this, that, whatever. Because a lot of people may answer you. And they don't have to be under the age of 10. They don't have to be young. Like, that's really confusing. I can't even get my words straight because of this. Make a public post. Or change your account into private. You know what? No, not even private. Like, make a public post so everyone can see. Or are you scared that what you're saying to these kids in these group chats are inappropriate? That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You're so scared that everyone's going to see what you posted. That's why you're so scared of the proof that came out. Because you were scared to admit to everyone that you did this to these children. You were so afraid. You're scared. Well, here we are now, Colleen. What now? What's the game plan now? I would quit YouTube. I would say, hey, maybe this is the end of my line, because it sure was the end of my line. From racism to animal abuse, that was the end of my line. That's it. That's it. It's done. It's done. It's over. Wipe my hands. I'm done. I'm retiring. Should have done that a long time ago. When she gave birth to her 3 kids, said, hey, you know what? I don't think this is good. I don't think this is good. I think you should just wipe my hands clean and say, hey guys, I think it's over for me. And we would be a little bit more grateful than the things you did to all these kids. Back to the point where wiping my hands off, blah, 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 and take care of my kids. Take care of your kids. Take care of the kids that you gave birth to. At the same point, all your mind, heart, and soul for YouTube. Because you're profiting off of those kids. I can tell you're kind of profiting off those kids. Because, yeah, in my opinion, I think you're profiting off those kids. Instead of actually taking care of them. You put your little son on the camera all the time. Like, once he grows up, he wants that privacy. Family vloggers are enough on its own. and will be explained in the next episode. But that's not the point here. The point is, do not talk to minors when you have kids of your own. If the roles were reversed, and if you were talking to a minor girl and you're a male, a 30-year-old male, you'd be in jail a long time ago. But of course, gender roles don't matter. Gender roles matter sometimes. But gender on the internet, it doesn't. They don't care. You're a female and you did and you boomed some kids. But if you're a man, you go to jail. I think the punishment should be for both genders. And now we'll get to the stupid apology video in the next segment. You guys, I cannot with this girl. She is so hilarious. She's like, she should be a comedian. I'll see you guys after this commercial. Hey guys, it's Aaliyah, and it's as early as today, after that I posted this episode, but also I have to remind you about, like, the incestuous drama. It's going to be a short part in the episode. You guys probably won't even know what's here, but it's about the incestuous relationship, allegedly relationship that, actually, no, I'm here to talk about two things. The first fact is she had a character that that makes fun of fibromyalgia. I know a YouTuber that has fibromyalgia. She said that on her video, talking about this girl who joked and jammed and just like made fun of people with fibromyalgia, like making it seem it was fake. So that was a big dozer, huh? That was a big doozy. Honestly, there was like so much things to talk about this woman that I can't even put into one big episode because it's gonna be too long. It's gonna be just so I'm not. So guess what? Instead of saying all things that's not related to the drama currently, I'm just gonna put in little snippets. If I remember something, I'll keep editing this episode. So you may hear a lot of new things. If so, if this is your first new thing, hi. I really, really want to talk about this. I really want to talk about this because not only did the woman make like a very, 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 very that her show on Netflix was a shit show. I'm not even gonna cap. It was a shit show. If it had Rotten Tomatoes, I don't know how Rotten Tomatoes work, but IMDb score, 1.5 out of 10. Horrible. I didn't even watch the Netflix series. It's probably taken down. Is it even taken down? It probably will be taken down. Covers all the trauma. Oh, I shouldn't even care about that. That's not even the point. The point is, this woman has been on this platform for way too long. I put a snippet at the other end of my episode. That's at the end of this episode as well. If I want to, I don't know. But if I do, then you'll probably hear it. But I saw this on Twitter. This has gone too long. This is going too long. This has gone way too long. Way too long. That's it. This has gone all the way back to when she made her first racist video to now. It's gone way too long. It has gone way too long. May I add that she allegedly had been molested by her uncle? Was probably why she got the idea of hey, this is great. It's not great to be molested, but like what? I don't even know how to even put this. She was molested. She was allegedly molested by her uncle, which she put in her book. This woman needs to just get off mainstream. She made a darn book about it. She sat down, made a book, and put little details about her being molested, about inappropriate things that should not be held against for children. Wow. Ironically, that also got run up. That didn't age well, did it, Colleen? That did not age well. It's ridiculous. It's infuriating. Alright. I also want to say something about relationships with, again, reinforcing that you should not be speaking to minors. On no circumstance should we be talking to a minor, asking him to send you ass, to send you butt pics. It's a superiority complex. I'm I'm your famous superior, and you bow down to me, using what I have to say. She made Adam work for him with no pay. It's a red flag number one. One. She made she she asked people to send ass pics. Red flag number two. She's racist because as I am saying this now, the blackface was then exposed to be green paint that she did from the witch thing. No matter what, if it was green, black, blue, orange, pink, it doesn't matter. She should have washed it off immediately before you did the show. It's not like Sharpie. It's not like a fucking Sharpie. You could wash it off. You could wash it off. So no one would have all these allegations against you. Ridiculous allegations. You can wash it off. It's not like the crowd is raging. It's not like your crowd is raging and roaring over there, telling you to come out. Take your time, wash that off. So this could have never happened in the first place. She will wash the paint off. And then she was singing Single Ladies, which was horrible, by the way. Beyonce did it better. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be cocky, I'm gonna be petty. Beyonce did it better. She did way better than you can ever do. Because guess what? She was the maker of that song. She could do it better than you and your little paparazzi little people in the back singing too. She does it better. She does it way better. Way better. Colleen girl. She made racist Asian jokes. And that doesn't give the excuse that everyone else did they are equally wrong. Those comedians who do racist jokes are equally wrong. Even if they're kind of harmless, it's still wrong. It's still racism. Like, it's hard. The line is thinning. The line is thinning between what is funny and what is not. Because comedians don't know how to comedian. They don't know anything about. They don't know how to comedian at all. They don't know how to do their job. Not all of them. It's mostly the females that have problems doing their job. As a girl, I'm not being sexist, but it's mostly the females that are having a hard job. Amy Schumer, yeah. I didn't even know I was gonna bring her up in this episode, but Amy Schumer, everybody. Amy Schumer. Okay? I'm gonna leave that there. Back to the person who was talking about Colleen. There are no words that could describe the aggravation and the frustration. I can't. I cannot. I cannot. Alright? And, at the end of the day, they're both a gloomer and a loser. That's it. That's just it. Okay? Okay? Thanks for understanding, but that's what you are. Okay? Okay? Okay. Now, okay. guys, just no disclaimer. There is no commercial. There's no commercial, so free episode with no commercials. So probably, because it's not letting me add a commercial to this. So if you see no commercials, this is straight through. So let's make it for you guys for like being on a long hiatus, and I'm so sorry. But enjoy the rest of the episode. Now, where do I start? This dumb apology, where do I start? First of all, it's one of those apologies where they look serious, but they spout nonsense. One faithful YouTuber on YouTube told me it was an SDS, sad deflecting statement. They don't acknowledge what was wrong. They act sad, boo, because they got caught. And then it's just like, ew, a regular statement. Sad SDS, sad deflecting statement. And they're also victimizing themselves. At bonus points, if you victimize yourself, you might get more views, you might get a little empathy. No, you won't. You're making yourself a victim when the victims are already there, explaining their story. They're the victims. You're the perpetrator who perpetrates all of your dumb decisions on these victims. So let's get to this apology, air quote, apology. Yeah, alright, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Colleen, cry me a river, because that apology was nothing but a load of crap. Alright, let's get into it. So first off, she's saying, toxic gossip train. What toxic gossip train? The truth? What's the train, Colleen? Driving down the misinformation, the toxic gossip train. For real, it's not toxic if it's true, Colleen. It's not toxic if it's true. It's not toxic if it's true, Colleen. It's the truth. Now, I don't even like her, but I'm only to give her this. There's a fraction of that song that made sense. Because some people can't do this in moderation, they can just jump on. They might not even have any context of who she is or anything. But that doesn't explain her actions. It doesn't explain her actions, Colleen. Poor Colleen. She's not getting any not getting any sad face points. Sad face points for all the deflective statements that made me cry. Boo. Let's give her a point for being a loser. So sad. It is really so sad. Boo. Anyways, this video is not for people. Her apology, quote unquote apology, isn't for even before I get to that. Like, what? The toxic gossip train? What's that, Colleen? There is no toxic gossip train. She's making it all up. I'm sorry to all you remaining Colleen fans, which you don't really have morals if you're still her fan. Let's be real. But, yeah. Toxic gossip train. I'm also gonna give her this. It has a real good beat. The lyrics were horrible. I feel like some other artists could create a better lyrics with the song. Other than Colleen herself. God help me in the Lord above. She then goes to say, the monetize, all the people this buys, blah blah blah. It's all that is my. I watched the video 2 times and I still know the dumb lyrics. But it's about monetization or something. Monetizing the truth. They're not profiting off of it. They're telling the truth. They're telling the things that you did to these people. To them. And all of the other allegations, allegedly, that came out. They're talking about you. Every person that probably was a victim of yours is speaking out. And your demise, you created that hole, Colleen. You created a big hole of your demise. That's your demise. You created that big hole. That big hole, and you're choosing to fall. You created that for yourself. No one created it for you. No one's profiting over that. You did this to yourself. It's a sad truth, Colleen. It's called truth. Everything you said that goes against, everything that you said is all because the truth came out. It's all because you were caught. That's the whole purpose of the video. It's like, oh, be sad for me. I've been caught, boo. Well, you shouldn't have done it in the first place. And, you shouldn't have done all this in the first place. Because now all this came out, you want to be boo, cry for me. And then there was this part, stabbing repeatedly in your bony little back. She's still after all of this, in her song, after all these allegations, she's still pointing out that she's skinny. A skinny queen. A skinny bony queen. I hate when they do that. I hate when people do that. Like they have their satisfactory statement, and then they add on their weight goals, what they think is what she's doing. Then, oh, I'm so skinny. Just because you're skin and bones, that doesn't mean we're going to do empathy for you because of what you've done. That's not how this works. What we really want to see is you change, Colleen. That's what we really want to see. We don't want to see your bony little back. No, we're not going to see that. No. I am so sorry that you're... I'm so sorry that you're bony back. Yeah, I'm my bony little back. I'm sorry that you're skinny. I mean, it's great to... You're beautiful. I'm speaking to everyone. You're beautiful the way you look. But I'm sorry that, everyone keeps stabbing you in the back with the truth. And you're stabbing through the back. Oh, that's so sad. And then she goes on to say, I know you're not gonna, accept this song or whatever. Again, I don't really care. Of course we don't care about the song. We just want you to apologize. Say you're sorry. This is a 4-letter word. Actually 5-letter word, sorry. 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 You're sorry. I didn't know it was that hard. I didn't know it was that difficult to say that you're apologizing. Because apologies aren't hard. They're easy. Easy. Especially if you do little bitty tiny, not grooming, simple mistakes that are not grooming. You stop at first, you accidentally kick someone in the nuts or whatever. Yeah, I'm sorry. You accidentally, I don't know, you stubbed someone's foot. I don't know, I'm sorry. I don't know. But, at this point, we're just accepting that you did it wrong, that you did something wrong, and you're coming out for it, instead of having all these people that are creating a more bigger hole for yourself, for you falling. We're not looking for all that. We're looking for a simple, hey, I'm sorry, you might not forgive me, but I just want to say I'm sorry, and a genuine one, because the apology video was not genuine. You know what? Let's stop calling it an apology. Call it SDS. Sad, deflective statement. Let's call it a sad, deflective statement. Ooh, woo. Ha. Funny. So funny. Now people are making memes of you, Colleen. Wow. Even you're a memeiest meme. I don't know what I'm saying. The point of the matter is, just come out. Just say what you did wrong. It's not hard. It was never hard. Say, oh, I'm sorry, you're not going to forgive me, but I realized that was wrong. And genuine, realized that I was wrong. And I promise to do it again. Is that so hard? Is that difficult? Is that not easy peasy? That's easy peasy for me. I would have done a lot more than that because of the things that you also done, racism, everything that's coming out, all the crap that I would do more than sorry. I would change for the better, which is what I also used to do. Change for the better. Change for the better. Oh, brother. Now we're going to move on to the Trisha Paytas thing. I really don't want to go over this, but I have to because I just want you guys to know something as well. But we'll get that in the next part of the episode. Hey guys, it's me again, edit 2 or something of my Colleen Ballinger podcast episode. And I'm watching Swoop's little video about this, because there was a part 2, there was part 1 and part 2. And then she said something about apology that was very, very shocking to me. And I didn't clear this up in my last segment, but a fart joke, Colleen? A fart joke? A fart joke? It wasn't a fart joke, Colleen. It wasn't even a fart stunt. It was trauma. It was trauma. It was literally trauma for a girl that was then preyed upon grown-ass men because you exposed every bit of her body. At least the bottom part of her body. I don't even want to talk about it because I don't even want to put it in the wrong way. But you exposed every part of her. You exposed what was under her dress. I'm going to say it like that. And you call it a fart joke in your apology? That wasn't a fart joke. That wasn't a fart joke. That's not a definition of a fart joke. Now, there is no urban dictionary what a fart joke is, but I think for common sense, a fart joke would have been funny. That wasn't funny. Maybe 2,000 people who probably have no morals coming to your show in the first place. Maybe it was funny to them, but it is not to me. Or to Becky. I'm going to say, or to Becky. I'm sorry for exposing you, Becky, but you, it wasn't funny to Becky. It wasn't funny to me. It wasn't funny to the people who had actual screws in their brains at work. It wasn't funny to any of us. It wasn't funny at all. There's no sillies. No. A fart joke, that wasn't a joke. That wasn't a joke. A joke is funny. It's common sense. When you pull up a dictionary of a joke, I will right now. We're also raising my own terms. A joke is funny. A joke is a knock-knock joke. Knock-knock, who's there? Ha-ha, a joke. That's a joke. That wasn't a fart joke. That was you traumatizing a child. And then in your apology, putting makeup over it and calling it a fart joke. And then the worst part that Swoop said in the documentary is that TMZ exploited. They exploit it like they do everything. They exploit everything. They exploit it, and they changed stuff to a fart stunt. That wasn't a stunt. That's why I can't stand some of these media publishers, some of these newsbreakers, whatever you want to call them. They don't say it as it is. They want it for clout and money, just like Colleen did. Colleen probably told them Colleen probably told them a lie, and it said, hey, say it was a fart joke. But it wasn't a fart joke. I will say it over and over again. It wasn't a fart joke. It wasn't. It wasn't funny. It was stupid. It was idiotic. It was not a fart joke. And to the people who thought it was funny, there's something wrong with you. Because if I was in that position, and I had my legs spread out, with everyone to see, you better believe. You better believe I'm not coming to that show again. A fart joke? No. I take it personally, Colleen. As a girl in the world, as a girl who's never been groomed, never been SA'd before, I take it personally. For the victim. I take it personally for the victim because you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. It's not funny. It's not cute. It's not amazing. It's not funny. It's not funny. And you know it is funny. You just want to admit that it's not funny. You just want money. The more money you have, the less you care about things. You don't care if some people got hurt. Some people got traumatized when you sprang their legs. Some people got traumatized when you fat shaming them. Or not even standing up to them. You wasn't fat shaming, mind you that. But someone else was fat shaming them and you didn't stand up to them. You're the greatest fan. You said nothing. You coward. You coward. Fart joke. Fart joke my eye. Please. There was no fart joke. There wasn't a fart stunt. There was nothing funny about being... There's nothing funny about being stared at predatorily by grown men. Who probably doesn't have... Like, outside... Grown men outside of where you performed at. And predator... And being a predator and staring at the child... I don't even know how to put my words. They shouldn't be there in the first place. If they watched the show... Like, they shouldn't be in the first place. I don't even know what I'm saying because I'm so angry. They shouldn't be there in the first place watching you like that. You should have walked away. It's not your fault, Vicky. It's not your fault. It's her fault. It was Miranda's fault. No, it wasn't. It was both of your faults. Miranda doesn't exist. Alright? At this point of time, I'm going to talk about that later. Miranda doesn't exist. Miranda doesn't exist anymore. You ruined that character. There is a lot of ways you could have made that character good, but you ruined that character, Colleen. You ruined her. She was annoying to begin with, but you totally, completely ruined her. In fact, I bet she was ruined from the beginning. She's ruined from the beginning. There's no saving her. There's no saving her. You can't bring her back. No. Not until you realize your audience and you fix the problems that you have now. Or you just step away from YouTube. That's what I would have done. Instead of this toxic gossip train. Like, it is so insane how people with fame can just get away with this stuff. But opposite genders can't. They shouldn't be getting away with it anyway. Like, take accountability. But back to my point, a fart joke? That's so funny. You're traumatized a girl. That is so funny. I would clap right now, but then I'd stop recording because I dropped my phone. That is hilarious. You're a comedian. That was sarcasm if you haven't noticed. Come on. You're 30-something years old. You should know when it was appropriate. It's not appropriate. Look at that. Look at that. Sorry, I said it early again. Look at that. Have you heard? I heard from one YouTuber. Guys, I'm over it, guys. I'm over it. I told you in my last episode, I forgot to share that on Twitter. If you're watching that episode about the Hollywood, watch that episode first so you understand what I'm talking about. Because Colleen, if he was a man and doing all this, he would not be standing on this earth. He would be in jail. He would be in jail. Because who does that? If you didn't know, let me give you some context. Before I am editing this episode, for the third time again, it was my fourth time, I gotta see how many times I did this, probably 2 or 3 times, but as I'm editing this video. And then, before I edit all of this, Colleen, I heard from a YouTube video, is monetizing her dumb apology song. Wow, whoop-de-doo. I can't say I'm surprised. I mean, I am. Like, 10% of me is surprised, 90% of me knew that she was going to do this. I knew she was going to do this. She has no PR team. I'm claiming it now. I agree with the YouTuber. I'm not going to expose them because I respect privacy. I agree with them. This girl doesn't deserve, this woman deserves to have a platform. Oh my god. And it's thundering outside, so probably make a part 2 once it's not going to tear me apart. I hate thundering and lightning. So, like, I'm going to make this quick and simple. She has no PR team. All of the PR team, my PR team, my PR team says it couldn't say anything. Doesn't say anything, blah, whatever. But yet you sing it? That's the same thing, Colleen. It's not, you're not verbally talking, but you're singing. It's coming out of your own mouth, which is said by your so-called, quote-unquote, PR team. You shouldn't do that. You're doing it anyway? How, Colleen? How? The PR team should have a right to pull it down. If that was possible. If you did it without your PR team knowing, and now your PR team knows, one, you gotta slow. How didn't you notice that from the start? Why didn't you take it out immediately after you saw it? Two, God, I forgot what I said. How do I put this? Two, why did you let it go so far than it did? Than it has to. It didn't have to go so far. That apology shouldn't have been famous. Shouldn't have been famous. I don't know how else to put this, but it shouldn't have gone as far as it did. It should be taken down. It should be taken down. Taken down to the ground. And then you're monetizing it off of iTunes. Oh, by the way, so which is making everyone who has your quote unquote music video in their video get taken down. When actually sometimes they're just playing jokes, and and the other half is like they're telling the truth. They are possibly telling the truth with proof that you're lying. You just don't want anyone. You just don't want to get caught. But Colleen, your time, I said thousands of times before, your time will come. Your time will come. I don't mean to be a broken record, but karma is a bitch. Is a female dog. It will come and bite you in the butt. It's not playing. You know darn well if you posted that, your PR team would have taken it down. There's no PR team. You don't have a PR team. Because if you did, they're probably either slow or you did behind their backs, which could get you off of YouTube instead. This is the confusing part. Where's the PR team, Colleen? Where is it? Did they recommend you to monetize your 10-minute dumb video? I don't think so. And the worst part, and I'm not going to be sorry for this later on, and the worst part is, I was going to make an AI cover of her quote-unquote apology, but now I don't think I can because I'm scared that my video would get taken down. Because I got a lot of copyright strikes, but copyright claims. But since I'm not really there yet to the point where they take my videos down, hopefully they don't, I can't do that. I would probably still do it. If I do, I will definitely let you know on my Twitter. Follow my Twitter. But at the end of the day, you have no PR team. You should have never posted that apology. If we can call it that. It's not an apology. It's an SDS. Sad deflective statement. Wow. You're weak, Colleen. You run into a dead end, and now you don't know what to do. You're scared. You're scared because you did it. All the proof is right there. You can't delete that. Can't monetize that. And it's crazy. See, you know the part where monetize their lives and organize their demise? That part of the little solo that she did not have to do, so stayed her butt silent. But yeah, you know that part? Yeah, that's what she did. It's funny. Because he said that we did it? No, she did it to herself. That's ironic. You know what that's called, Colleen? That's called irony. IRONY. Ironic irony. And I hope you get what you deserve. I strongly believe you should get what you deserve. I don't care how many parts to this episode that I'm able to do, if I'm able to create a long episode. I don't care how long it will take. This episode will be brought out there, and you will serve justice, girlie. You will be served justice. All those victims will get their justice that they need. So that you won't be seeing a day out in daylight. Enjoy the prison cell, Colleen. Ridiculous. Making a stupid apology. A fake apology. It shouldn't even be classified as an apology anymore. Because, again, at the end of the day, what is she apologizing for this? At the end of this, what is she focusing on? Because I don't see what's she taking accountability for? Because I don't see any of the accountability signs. I don't see her taking accountability. Anything. She's not being accountable. This is making her look stupid. We all know who to believe, Colleen. We still have the proof. The proof is swimming out there. The internet is a big ocean. It's gonna find itself a room. That proof is gonna find itself somewhere. I don't know where, but there's proof out there. There's screenshots. Stupid, dumb, idiot. There's a whole ass proof, papers, scripts, and potentially another interview from Swoop. There's a lot of proof out there that you don't even know about. Don't worry. My heart goes out to all the victims. Don't worry, guys. Colleen's gonna get hers. I will make sure of it. I don't like when people go away scot-free and they deserve it. You can't run away from murder. You can't, well, she didn't murder anything, but you can't, you know what I mean. I don't know how to put it. You can't just, oh my god. How do I even put this? You can't just go scot-free. Is what I'm saying. Well, I'm trying to say. I don't know how to put it. Oh, what am I supposed to say? Oh. Doing a murder not getting caught. Something like that. Whatever. Somebody hit her. God damn it. She didn't murder anyone, but she groomed someone. Getting away with murder / grooming. Getting away with grooming, whatever. You can't do that. I'm not gonna let you. Police. I'm gonna call 911. I might call 911 this call. I cannot do this. Not anymore. I cannot let her go scot-free. This is so antagonizing. And I feel bad for the victims who get to sit through this from day one of this whole drama to this point. That she's monetizing a song that brushes off all accusations that are allegedly proven by scripts, by text messages and photos. It's like she's brushing them away. Wait, and then she's monetizing it, so no one that uses this video will get to upload their video of proof, of more proof, and spreading awareness that you are a criminal. Colleen, that's predatory behavior. That's narcissistic behavior. Girlie, it's adorable when you get caught. It's adorable when karma strikes down on you, ma'am. May I see your ID because you're about to get arrested? I can't take it anymore. Ridiculous. Please, please get this woman arrested. Excuse me, I beg you. I don't want her roaming around these streets and on the websites. And now I'm on type of websites. Why hasn't Twitter banned her already? Why hasn't Instagram banned her? Why hasn't our social media platforms deplatformed her? Why is she still here? She doesn't deserve a platform. No one with that was gloomer intent and then greed intent should be allowed to have a platform. They shouldn't be allowed. I'm done ranting. I'm done. But like I said, if it was a man, the story would be much more different. Alright, hello. Hello. Oh, you know what this might be. Trisha Paytas. Let's talk about Trisha Paytas and everything, and her drama. Not her drama that she caused, but her drama with Colleen. And before I go on, say, Trisha, I never subscribed to her channel. But that's not the point. She's a problematic person, too. She used to be a problematic person, but people grow. And even though she didn't say anything, she didn't really touch on the victims and allegations, like Anna McIntyre. Like, sometimes people don't want to be in that drama. They don't want to put themselves into that drama. They just want to be left alone. Like, I don't know how to put it. Like, minding their business. Like, because she didn't know Colleen. She was probably scared, in my opinion. She was probably scared that Colleen was going to say something. If Trisha Paytas said something, then that means that she could lose her business with Colleen. And I'm not saying that's good. That's a good way to think. But, like, then again, she has a child and a husband that both need to support the child. So, how do I put it? She needs these deals. She needs to, hold her business down, hold her house down. Even though her husband, and I don't know anything about her husband or any of that. They just need to hold things down. And she also doesn't want to create, this is also my opinion, she doesn't want to create more drama. And neither would I. I want to create more drama. I don't want to create more drama than there already is. So I'm just going to keep my peace. And she said in her video that she didn't like this. She didn't like Colleen's behavior. She said she'll never be associated with her again. Thank God. If what Trisha says is true, oh my God, you cannot believe how thankful it would be. I could just watch her right now, subscribe to her right now. But like, we're going to see how these few months go. See if she executes her own bargain. Because, that's a reminder, Colleen and Trisha have been best friends. They've been good friends. And to see someone stab you in the back like this, calling you a whale, sending nudes to minors again, with the minors. Stop being in group chats with minors. Even when you're with adults, don't send nudes of other people in general to anyone unless you got their permission. For my situation, don't send them at all. You shouldn't even be in a group chat with the minors in the first place. Don't be with a minor. Don't talk with a full group chat of minors. Colleen, Corey. That's just ridiculous. It was ridiculous to begin with, and it's going to be ridiculous in the end. That's what started all this. Get out of the chat with the minors. Get out, okay? What happened to posting publicly and interacting with everyone in your fans? Like a normal person. Oh, this is Colleen we're talking about, so she's not normal. Moving on to Trish's video about, she's not affiliated with her anymore. And the saddest video that I came across today, while I'm creating this episode, she says something about, I was doing all this for our podcast, but then I realized she did all this shit, and I'm not doing it anymore. That is so sad. If a friend did that for me, I would immediately would say thank you, because that is a good friend to have. Trisha may not be the best YouTuber, because like I said again, she had a problematic past. She's grown from it. She acknowledged it. At least that's what we think. She acknowledged it. But she's a problematic person, and she'll go off on Colleen if that was old her. But she turned to a new leaf. But that would have been horrible if one of my friends did that to me. I don't even have a lot of friends. And if one of them does that to me, there's nothing that's going to come back from this. That's not good. That's not right. That is vile. That's crazy. That's disgusting. Because again, you're sending them to minors. The prepubescent people that haven't really grown up to be an adult yet. My nerves. Total insanity. Don't send things to minors, point blank period, especially if they're their friends' nudes. Ew. What? No. I would have dropped Colleen as a friend right then there. No more. No more. I would be totally done with her from the beginning, since she shouldn't be in a group chat with minors. Asking about the positions in bed, about the period, asking about sending butt pics. I forgot to mention that. Butt pics. I wouldn't be affiliated in the first place, because that would put a bad image on me. Because I hung out with this person. No. I'm sorry. I'm not about to do that. No. And here's the crazy thing. Colleen still never apologized. And she lied in Trish's face that she didn't call her that. But the proof, again, people think they've gotten away with something, but then there's something called proof. Picture, proof. Picture, proof. There's literally an abundance of proof that this happened. An abundance of news. Check out the facts, Colleen. You did this and you never apologized. Insanity. And I had enough of it. Apologize, Colleen. That's all you need to do. Just come out clean and apologize. Public, personal, private, I don't care. Let's apologize and let's hopefully move on from this. Well, if she keeps digging a bigger hole for herself, it's not gonna happen. This would have never happened if she never got into a group chat with minors. Another bad thing. Trisha had to go apologize to Adam McIntyre. It was implied. Okay? That was crazy. For what, Trisha? You didn't really do a lot. And maybe you could apologize for saying, hey, I didn't say anything before. But again, you don't want to ruin your image. And that was a little bit expected. And that's okay. And she's embarrassed that she didn't lose this evil person before. And I would have been embarrassed too, but there's nothing to be embarrassed about. My mom always says, true colors will definitely come out. Especially behind your back. You don't know people until their true colors come out. That's why watch out. Watch out. Because you could having someone like Colleen. Someone like Colleen getting a little bit too touchy with minors, but straying you. Like, that's crazy. At the end of the day, it's just insane. It's really, really crazy and insane. It's full of insanity, I tell you. It's insanity. Like, come on. This is ridiculous. And also, if someone problematic like Trisha, as well as in Twitter once, if someone like Trisha, the problematic one, quote unquote, like in her past, if she's the calm person of reason, that means you really did something fricked up. You really messed up this time. Because if someone as problematic as Trisha is being calm and being the mediator, you've messed up. And I feel bad for you for messing up, but that's what you deserved. At the end of the day, Colleen is a bad person. I don't like her. Because all the proof, she probably doesn't like me. After this episode, after all of this, after I post this episode on Twitter with the hashtag Colleen Bellinger, she's probably not going to like me. Because I spell the truth. I spell the truth, unlike she does. Before I even end this episode, I just want to thank you for all the victims who've been standing up to Colleen, who have been playing out everything. Playing out everything. And, like, that's crazy. There was more wild stuff and inappropriate stuff that Colleen did, like the racist stuff, asking a girl to lay down and split her legs open. What was that, Colleen? On stage? Could have been I don't even want to reach to that point, because I don't know what Spotify would do if I reached that point, so I'm not going to. But thank you guys. You guys are so strong. You guys really stood up to the monster. Now the monster will not admit they're wrong, but trust and believe that monster will definitely see karma. Thank you for watching this episode. Have a nice and wonderful day. This is a conclusion of the outro that you was just seeing. It's not acceptable, because I have more to say. And I'm not going to be lighter on Colleen, because there are some ways that you can fix this, Colleen. Outright, at least not fix it, but improve the situation. Where you just outright just tell the truth. No more ukulele. Throw that ukulele away. I'm gonna send this to you right now. I'm gonna send this whole episode to you right now. Immediately. I'm gonna send it to you and Corey. Well, not Corey. I don't even no. Just you. Maybe you can look at this episode and reevaluate yourself. But I doubt that's going to happen. But if it does happen, here are little tips you could do to at least improve the standards that you are right now. First of all, apologize publicly. Like Adam said in the first part of Swoop's documentary. Apologize greatly. Apologize publicly to all the victims that are outside the barriers of Becky, Adam, Johnny, I think her name was Ellie or something, I forgot her name. But apologize to them that are not those victims, but are still a victim to you. Apologize to them. Like, apologize. Apologize and stand up to your mistakes. Which you can't even call them right now. They're crimes. They're crimes. They're federal crimes. The least you can do is apologize. You're 36 years old, Colleen. A child can apologize. I can apologize. And I'm younger than you. I'm not going to say how young. Probably did in this episode already, but I'm not going to say it again. I already did, but I'm young. I'm a minor age. So don't be asking how old I am. Just know that I'm a minor, and it's none of your business. To Colleen or to anyone out there. I'm a minor, and I will stop saying it again. But apologize to the victims. They deserve an apology. They deserve you being a bigger person, and at least not using some foolish ukulele Like, in fact, throw that away. Like, throw that away. We don't want to see that anymore. No more. Verbally. Talk to us. Talk to us. Apologize to them. Apologize to us for actually listening to you. Apologize. Apologize. That's it. Apologize. Just say you're sorry. Just say, hey, I know I did this wrong. I did something wrong. I want to help. Get fundraisers that actually help with the cause of grooming, so it won't happen again. And stick to your word. Stick to your word and stop lying. Tell the truth. I'm sorry, just a little notification. Apologize. Take accountability like you claim to do in your apology. It's not that hard to take accountability. It's really easy. Apologize, apologize, apologize. Say sorry. Making me tired of all this. Every day, Colleen. Every day there's something new about you. And it's bad. In my heart, in my opinion, there is good inside you, but you just need to change for the better. Do better, be better. Hopefully all this will be in the past, but we won't forget. We will forgive you, but we will not forget. Because that trauma scarred lots of people. Be a bad bitch, and go ahead and at least apologize. Because again, like I said, Trisha is a maniac. She may be a little crazy, but if she's able to apologize for something that she didn't even do, you should apologize what you did. It shouldn't be her apologizing, it should be you. It should be you. So listen up, and listen to this one last plea. Apologize. Apologize. I was spelled it wrong, but you get the point. Apologize. Apologize. Say sorry. Right? Alright. Say sorry. I am seriously tired. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Like from the beginning. No. First of all, I don't even know where to put this part of this segment. I don't know where to put it. Do I put it like at Trisha Paytas and Colleen in that section, or do I put it up in an apology? I don't know where this fits. I'm probably gonna put it down the ladder. But here we are. I didn't know it was going to go to this, but Jeffree Star commented on Colleen's behavior, and I don't know where to start with this. I don't know if he's telling the truth or if he's lying. I don't know. It seems like he's doing this because Trisha is like is her friend or some sort of crap like that. Because he also has allegations, allegedly, allegedly he's been accused of pedophilia. Allegedly. But if this is true and he is like standing up, I think I'm gonna call this the Trisha effect. The Trisha Paytas effect. Quote, what I think Trisha Paytas effect is, you first was a total biatch, but then you changed over time because of some drastic event. It doesn't have to be a baby, because not everyone wants to have kids. But it could be like you just went to jail and you're out now and you have a new outlook on things. It could be like you just graduated or you just reached another level that you have more intelligence, and now you just want to do the right thing. If Jeffree Star does have the the Trisha Paytas effect, then one, I'm very proud. I never liked him, but at least he's taking a good step in the right direction, I guess. But at this point, we don't know who to believe because he had a tragic past as well. A very, very, very tragic past. Racist, even. Dangerous, even. I could do like a whole episode on Jeffree Star from the evidence I have. A whole episode by itself. But we're not. I'm not doing that. If you want me to, you can just like tell me on Twitter. My DMs are always open. But like, yeah, that's surprising for Jeffrey. And you know, if he thinks it's this another part of Trisha Payne's effect. If the most dramatic person, the most problematic person on the internet or in life in general, if they think that this is, if they think that this is the most craziest, the most chaotic, the most unnerving thing in the world, and they're the troublemaker as well, but they changed over time, then that's a problem. That's a big problem. That's when we start to look at the light. That's when I think people start to change their feelings on them. Because in this situation, you could do it for clout. You can just like say, "Oh, this is wrong" for clout, or you can do this because you really care. You might not want to talk about it that much, but like you care. You just want to show that you care and make the situation go away. Which, like at this point, probably won't, because Colleen still hasn't admitted. So this is edit. Give me a minute. This is like edit 4, because I numbered it down to the different sections. I'm going from beginning to end. Like this episode's gonna be long. This episode's gonna be. This is one of my longest running episodes. I did have some episodes that ran for 50 minutes, I think, but this is running for one whole hour. That's how you know. That's how you know there's something wrong. If any podcast episode, I mean, like many podcasts are 1 hour long, but in case of me, if my episode runs 1 hour long, that means in this situation it's not ending. So it's not ending that fast. It's not. It is not ending that fast. And until Colleen gets the justice, until the victims of Colleen gets the justice that they deserve, this might go on forever. This might go on until I'm like in college. I will not stop updating this episode, and this situation is over, and we are done, and Colleen is officially incarcerated. Like, nothing will satisfy me more than putting Colleen and all the other pedophilic people, all the other boomers, like James and Jeffrey, all in jail. All in jail. So all those people are in jail. Cause it seems like, especially when it comes to influencers who target their audience to kids, they're getting a little bit too comfortable on this on these platforms. And then will social media do anything about it? No. They will never do anything about it because they don't want to lose their following count. You think Elon Musk is gonna say, "Hey, sorry, I was something in my throat. Hey, this influencer is doing something wrong. Let's kick him out." He won't do that as long as it's putting money in the bank. There's so much going on. I have yet to ask Colleen if she wants to do it. I did ask her, but apparently now you have to follow each other to message people. Like, that's ridiculous. Well, I have reached out to Colleen once, and they said I can send a message. So either I'll try again, or Colleen will just come out of a little hole of a house, a little cave of a house, like the Neanderthal that she is, and her actions, how Neanderthal like that is, to groom children. How am I supposed to say this? Do not talk to children on the internet. Do not interact with kids. To the kids, and to the kids out there who think, oh, I want to be your friend. I think we'll be good friends. No, you guys will not be good friends. That's pedophilia. Pedophilia is taking a little while. That's grooming. And that's wrong. Children should not be given the internet. At least not at like 15, 16, 17. Well, actually younger than that. Don't give them phones. Unless if you really, really are that kind of parent who says, hey, I'm going to give my child a phone. And I know, you're parenting yourself. My recommendation is I'm not giving my child a phone until like at least when they're at least 12 years old. Or at least fully acknowledges how bad the internet can be. How cruel the influencers are, and how very, 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 Even before I give him a phone, I said, you better not talk to anybody that you don't know, okay? Or I will immediately take it away. Because having a phone is a privilege. It's not a right, it's a privilege. And some of these influencers, they act like they have all the privilege in the world. No, you deserve your phone to get cut off. You deserve your phone to be taken away. And you deserve the internet. For like a year. Probably forever. If you're severely damaging a children's mental health. So this part. Oh man. I did not mean to do that. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Ooh. But yeah. At the end of the day, don't talk to children. Don't talk to grown-ups, kids. Not on the internet. Unless you have like parental supervision. Even that's not acceptable. Because like, you're talking to a grown... And I'm not shaming you. I used to, when I was little, short story, I used to go on Tinder and take pictures of myself and sending it to men. And other websites. Taking pictures and talking to men. My dad was furious. I was too young and naive. And I still am young and naive. I'm still a minor. I still have room to grow. And we should let them fall with our children. I can't even speak on that because I'm not a parent. So no. Recommendation, no phone for you. No. I'm going to have a YouTube video commenting the situation. But, There's about an ounce in a day. I just posted a clip of what we should do to Colleen so he gets the karma that she deserves. Well, I'll leave that be. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope the last ed. Like, follow me on my socials. You know the deal. Yeah, See you. Hey guys. You know the drill. Ever since this dumb apology came up, a lot of things have been happening. And hence a lot of stuff Colleen has been doing has been illegal. Basically what I'm saying is, there's been a lot of drama. Like, okay, how do I put this? Vanity Fair, the magazine company, says that she didn't groom anybody. I can just leave it right there. But there's some things I have to say. One, Vanity Fair. Are you blind? Are you dumb? Have you not looked at the facts? Have you not looked at the evidence present? You see, these things are the reasons why people who have been groomed cannot come out. They just don't want to because of exploitation like this. You cannot tell me that this is what Vanity Fair said, because I like Vanity Fair sometimes, but the mere fact that they said that this isn't grooming, what? The evidence is right there, Vanity Fair. Again, this episode's going to be as long as it gets, until at least something more significant to Colleen happens. Because she's in jail. In jail. And I've been watching a video about this, and it says that Vanity Fair, they apparently are making it seem like it's the victim's fault. Victim blaming. Wow. And the worst part is that, to me, the reason that they're doing this is because Colleen is famous, and Colleen is probably more famous than Adam and all the other victims. Because of what she does and all the stupid stuff that she does, they think she's more credible, that they can listen to her more than she listens to the victims, even though the victim's evidence is obviously there. Vanity Fair is basically downplaying all of these trauma, and it's not right. It's just not right. It's officially at 6 of this episode, and I just have a loss for words. The society. The society as a whole, I have a loss. Vanity Fair should be officially put out of business, and I will stand by that no matter what. Because if they defend grooming, then what other stuff did they defend? I'm not trying to pull your leg here, but there's other dumb stuff that they could support. I don't like this, I don't like them, I don't like Colleen. That's all I have to say. I'm Adam into all of the victims. I cannot express this enough. I am so sorry, guys. I am literally just so upset by this. I cannot believe they would do that. I cannot believe that they're victim blaming you guys. You guys, just remember that you guys are the victims. You guys are the victims. You can do anything. And if you did, it's all justified because you were young. Colleen was in her 30s, at the prime of her career. You guys was at the age where you didn't know all those things were wrong. I don't care how old you are. If you're not over the age of 18, you're still a kid to me. You're still a child. You're still a minor. You're still like a baby. You're still like a baby to me, man. You're not ready for the world outside of your adolescence. And I'm not gonna baby you either, though. Because, now that you know and you matured, I kind of expect that you just don't like celebrities, you do better, you have more knowledge than you have now. But yeah, there's no hope for this woman's career. I'm sorry for all the Colleen fans, but there is no hope for this woman in the near future. She has done enough. She has done enough. It's time to make a plan of funeral for her career, because it's dying very fast. It's literally on those little machines, on life support right now. I'm so sorry, guys. I am so sorry, guys. Apparently, magazines are worse than celebrities, because, like I said in my other episode about Hollywood, because this is an edit, and, if you guys haven't watched this episode, go watch after this. But like I said, before, in the episode about Hollywood, if the roles were reversed, everything would change. Everything. a lot of things would be happening right now. If Colleen was a man, and Anna was like a female, like a young female. That's when things actually start to come to light, and which is ridiculous. If there was a male, or if there was a male version of me, and we both were doing the crime, I shouldn't be excused because I'm a female. I should still be put in jail no matter how much I might say I don't deserve it. There's proof. People are ignoring the proof, and that is not good. People are ignoring the proof when it's right there. I will continue to support the victims in any way possible. And I will continue to drag Colleen to her grave. Alright? Not until she actually dies, but until her career actually dies. Because I think it's finally time that I put her career to rest. So I can stop making these episodes long as hell. Because this episode has gone, like, officially, like I said before, 1 hour long. I don't want to put you guys through a 1 hour long episode. Well, I know my episodes aren't like this. So, let's put all of your hopes and prayers in these victims, no matter what their spirituality is. Just put them in your prayers, cause like it's apparently a long ride, and apparently Colleen still doesn't have justice yet. I'm glad her shows are dimming down. All her shows are canceled, all of them. And without further ado, enjoy the rest of this episode. And all the other edits I put besides this. Like I said, as if this whole Colleen situation doesn't get worse, we now have a liar in our sights. And that liar is Johnny Silvestri. To start off with, I saw Swoop's documentary that was posted yesterday. Basically, whole standpoint could be said in one sentence. Johnny was lying, and Johnny is also an alleged groomer. Wow. It's funny how everything falls into place. How everything comes into light. I never had any interest in learning Johnny's story because I thought he was lying a little bit. Like, Adam says in one of his videos that his stories will never change. And the fact that your story, Johnny, changes a lot makes me think that the original wasn't the original truth. Guess what? And guess what? I don't even want to put more mouth on it because I don't want to start more drama, but all I have to say in this segment, in this edit, that Johnny is a liar. Johnny's a alleged groomer. He has kids in his chat as well. But you know, he's basically the devil in Colleen's shadow. He's basically the devil in her shadow. That's basically what this is. And doesn't care about the victims at all. Victim blame, victim shaming freak. You must be so in love with yourself. You know that? That you want to victim blame and victim shame. Congratulations. You won the award for the best victim blaming faggot in the world. I'm sorry for using that language to whoever especially if someone is sharing this to my relatives who are older than me. I said it. He's a faggot. Just like her. Are you that much of a super, quote-unquote, super fan that you would do this in her shadow? Like, I swear. I just think it's Colleen's influence on these kids. And Johnny's story shows that. Johnny's quote-unquote story, because, let it be known, it's all lies. It's basically in all stances. It's not right. It's not okay. And you should be punished for it. Especially for making lies about it. Like, and making untruths. Changing the story. It was like this whole train wreck from the start. And you know what? I'm gonna say it. Johnny kinda looks like Corey. Always wants to be in the spotlight with Colleen. So, maybe we might as well call him Corey number 2. Everyone in the Twitter, in my Twitter comments down below, comment down, hold on, sorry I have a phone call, but in all basic formation, Corey number 2, Johnny, fits that spot pretty well. I'm very proud of the victims who stood up in that video, and I'm proud of the victims who even stood their ground saying, no, I do not want to speak out about this. You are valid as well. Because we're all in this together. And Johnny, if you want to make a story, make sure it checks out all the way, make sure you have the proof, and make sure it doesn't change 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, hopefully this will be the last fucking update. I'm not even gonna number the updates anymore. I'm just gonna, like, put, those pound star things around it. So, if you see one of those pound stars around it, then that's when you know it's an edit. And the new thing has been dug up by the beautiful and most amazing Swoop Valentine.